Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B2 level vocabulary lesson. We're continuing our discussion of idioms, and today we're going to be talking about idioms that are related to communication. And here's one example. She says, I heard through the grapevine that class might be canceled tomorrow. So look at the photos and read the text and then match each idiom to its meaning. My speech is very important. I really need to weigh my words. So weigh my words is C, to speak carefully and thoughtfully. Can you keep me posted on what happens while I'm on vacation? That's B. Keep me posted is to provide someone with recent information. And I heard it through the grapevine that you got a new job. Congratulations. So heard it through the grapevine is to hear news from someone who heard the news from someone else. So to hear something through the grapevine means to hear the news from someone who heard the news from someone else. Do you often hear things through the grapevine? And you can put your answer in the comments if you would like. Now look at the photos and read the text, and then match each idiom to its meaning. Just answer the question. Stop trying to beat around the bush. So beat around the bush is B, to stall or waste time when answering a question. Okay, get to the point. We don't have all day. That would be A, to stop talking about unimportant things and say what is important. And I can't remember the name. Hold on, it's on the tip of my tongue. On the tip of my tongue is C, when you know something but you can't remember it at the moment. So to beat around the bush, again, means to stall or waste time when answering a question. Have you ever tried to beat around the bush? Here's an example. So then you won't believe what happened next. Could you get to the point? What are you trying to say? You can answer this question in the comments if you'd like. So in touch. To get in touch and to keep in touch are common idioms. To get in touch means to contact. To stay or keep in touch means to maintain up-to-date knowledge about someone. So do you keep in touch with old friends? And how often do you get in touch with them? And again, you can answer those questions in the comments. Now, complete this story with the idioms in the correct tense. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Sophia walked into the break room, her face full of curiosity. I heard through the grapevine that there might be some big changes coming, she whispered to Jonah. Jonah glanced around and lowered his voice. Yeah, but I don't know the full story yet. I'll keep you posted if I find out more. Later that day, their manager, Mr. Lane, called a team meeting. He paused before speaking, clearly weighing his words. I know there's been talk, he said, so let me get to the point. We're restructuring, but no one is losing their job. Sophia let out a breath of relief. Finally, some clear news, she said to herself. Now read the dialogue and predict the meaning of the bold idioms. You can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. I'm thinking of applying for the team leader position. Do you think I should? Definitely. You have the skills. I can put in a good word for you with Mr. Lee. Thanks, that means a lot. Just make sure you speak your mind in the interview. Show them you're confident. Good advice. I want them to get the message that I'm ready for this. They will. You've worked hard for it. So think about, put in a good word, speak your mind, and get the message. And if you would like to put your thoughts in the comments about what those might mean, you can do so. Alright, so put in a good word means to say something nice about someone to help them get a job or an opportunity. To speak one's mind means to say what you really think or feel, even if it's not popular. To get the message is to understand what someone is trying to say, even if they don't say it directly. And read between the lines is to understand the hidden meaning of something that isn't said directly. Now look at the photos and read the text and match each idiom to its meaning. I get together with my closest friends once a month to catch up. To catch up is C, to talk and share news after not seeing someone for a while. She often feels like she can read her husband's mind. That's A, to know what someone is thinking without them saying it. Reading between the lines, I think she's unhappy at her current job. That's B, to understand the hidden meaning in what someone says or writes. She became tongue-tied whenever she spoke to the boy she had a crush on. Tongue-tied is A, unable to speak because of nervousness or shyness. She told me what he said word for word. That's B, exactly as it was said or written with no changes. And he was talking smack before the game. Talking smack is to say rude or mean things to someone, often to start a fight. Now use the idioms to create a sentence about each image, and then you can put your sentences in the comments if you would like some feedback. Now use the idioms to write the sentence in a different way. You can pause the video and try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. A former colleague told my friend that my boss was planning to sell the company. My friend heard through the grapevine that my boss was planning to sell the company. It's her job to update everyone about the current market trends during the Friday meeting. It's her job to keep everyone posted about the current market trends. And he spoke for an hour before he finally arrived at the main idea. He spoke for an hour before he got to the point. I haven't contacted my ex-boyfriend since we broke up. I haven't kept in touch with my ex-boyfriend since we broke up. I know the name of this song, but I can't remember it at the moment. Wait, it's coming to me. It starts with a D. I'm so close. I know the name of the song, but I can't remember it at this moment. It's on the tip of my tongue. She was pretending to be happy. I could tell by her actions that she was sad. Reading between the lines, I could tell that she was sad. Whenever I try to speak in front of a large group of people, I get nervous and forget what I wanted to say. Whenever I try to speak in front of a large group of people, I get tongue-tied. I talk to my mom on the phone every Sunday to update her on the latest news. I talk to my mom on the phone every Sunday to catch up. So actions speak louder than words. What do you think this means? And do you agree or disagree with the meaning of this idiom? And you can put your answers in the comments. Here are some more questions that you can answer in the comments. How do you keep posted on the latest news? Do you like to keep posted about what is going on in your town? Now describe a time when you weighed your words, and you can put that in the comments. And here are some more discussion questions that you can answer in the comments to generate some conversation. How often do you catch up with old friends? Do you think you're good at reading between the lines? Have you ever been tongue-tied? And do you know many songs word for word? Now complete each idiom with the missing word. You can pause the video and try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. The doctor told me that he'd keep me posted on any progress. He heard through the grapevine that his girlfriend had been cheating on him. Get to the point. Stop beating around the bush. I'm sad that we don't stay in touch anymore. As he was giving his testimonial, he weighed his words carefully not to say anything incorrectly. Oh, so he weighed his words, careful not to say anything incorrectly. The answer is on the tip of my tongue. Just give me a minute. It was odd how they could read each other's minds. I think they spend too much time together. A good writer encourages the reader to read between the lines to figure things out. I get tongue-tied whenever I see her, and she recited the lines from the play word for word. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.